How are you?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
Luz Lopez. Luz Lopez.
Okay, Miss Lopez. How old are you?
I am 43.
43.
Mhm.
How long you been out here in the streets?
Um, well, since I relapsed, I've been out here for, like really homeless for, I would say 2 years after my husband died.
2 years?
I used to stay with my husband, but he died, so that's why I
Wow.
became homeless.
So, and then you said since rehab. What about before rehab?
I mean, I was out here for a long time before I went back, before I went to rehab. I would say maybe for like a year and a half. And then I went to rehab.
All right, so what type of drugs are you on?
Right now, I'm on crack and dope.
Dope? Do you remember what led you up to using crack or dope? Was it a friend? Was it recreationally? Did
No,
you?
it wasn't recreationally. It was something to do to get closer to my mom. Because my mom gave me up. I mean, they took me from my mom when I was young. And then I found her when I was 18. For some reason, I thought what I had to do to get close to my mom.
Right. You thought you needed your mom?
I feel like I needed my mom because she wasn't there for me. So the only person that was there for me growing up was my father.
All right. So how was your father? Is your mom and dad still living?
Yes.
All right. That's what's up. So you do have family.
hmm
What about brothers and sisters? Do you have brothers and sisters?
Well, two are dead. One died from drugs. My 40-year-old sister, um, she shot up some dope. Somebody gave her too much, it killed her.
Somebody gave it too much, or did she? So she basically, it
So
sound
she
like she
died somewhere
OD'd.
down here, and when they found her body, she was at 33rd and Lehigh, near a dumpster, and she was 210 pounds, but when they found her 3 weeks later, she was 90 pounds.
Wow.
She was my baby sister, but she was also my best friend.
Wow.
And then my brother, he died 2 months later from cancer at 43.
All right. So, and you said you're homeless and you stay around here. Where do you sleep at night?
So sometimes, sometimes if I find like a really good bed or something, sometimes I may sleep at their house. Or, on the street, like on the grass or at the park or somewhere where I can lay my head at. Sometimes I don't even have a blanket at night, it'd be cold.
Wow. So, how do you support your habit?
I either panhandle or I trick to get the drug that I want. And a lot of times I don't like to be dope sick, so I do what I have to do to get dope so I can get well.
All right. So now, what's the most you charge?
I mean, I hate to say this because it's degrading myself, and my friend told me that yesterday. I told him I asked him for $10, $20, and he tells me, why would you do that to yourself?
So the most you get is 10, 20. What's the least you get?
And there's been times where I got $60, $80. It depends who the person is. And the least I have got was $5 because I was
So
desperate.
so if somebody give you $10, what do you do for $10?
I get crack and dope.
No, I mean, if they give
Oh,
you $10, what all do you do?
sometimes I suck their penis or I have sex with them.
Okay, and where? Where at?
In the car, probably in the alleyway. Anything I can, to get them off so I get the money.
All right, so how much do you make a day?
I would say not a lot because I either go to my friend's house at 13th and Lehigh and I'll ask him for money. Sometimes they give me either $5 or $10. And then I hate the way he treats me because when I was 17 years old, he raped me. For my ass going back to him because I know in my addiction, he'll give me the money. Then when I ask for $10, he'll say, get in the room, get in the bed and take your pants off. And that's how he treats me. And I don't like it. But I take it because I want to get high.
I hear that. So now, like I said, I remember seeing you doing bad, and then I saw you looking good. So, do you want to get yourself together and keep it together?
this time I told myself that when I go back to rehab, and you know what the crazy part is? When I get myself together, right, and I go to rehab and do 45 days to get my certificate, I go back to people, places, and things. And people tell me, like, why you keep coming back here? It's like you have reservation to get high. And I tell them, no, I don't, or whatever. But at the end of the day, they might be right. Because guess what? I just relapsed.
Yeah, you do. Basically, what that means is you might want to stay away from here.
That's what I'm saying. When I go back to rehab, and I told myself I'm gonna go to rehab out of Philadelphia. So if I go out of Philadelphia, maybe that will help me to stay clean. Even though there's drugs everywhere, but maybe if I go outside of Philly, I can focus more on myself.
Right. I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, but that's how we go. You guaranteed to be able to focus more on yourself. Do you have any hobbies or anything? Anything you like to do?
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is cooking. You know, I got 7 children, so I will cook a nice meal, and we always sit at the table and eat. You know, and my youngest is 6 years old. I got a 6-year-old daughter, and my oldest is my son, who's 23. So I have, yeah.
So how many children do you have?
6 girls and 1 boy.
Wow, that's a lot of children, man. How they feel about you being out here?
They don't like it. I broke my promise to them. And I hate when I promise my kids something and I just broke it.
Right. That's sad.
And then my 20-year-old daughter just had a baby 5 months ago, my grandson. And she's just so upset with me right now. And I'm afraid to call her. Because if I call her, right, I know she's going to give me an earful. And I don't blame her. And I know she's probably going to take my grandson. She's probably going to tell me, Mom, you either go to rehab or you can say goodbye to your grandson. And that's what I'm afraid of.
All right, so basically it seemed like you want to be getting to rehab.
Yeah, I better go ASAP. And then my friend Eddie, he said, why don't you go back to rehab? I said, I'm going to go soon. And he said, how soon? I said, sooner rather than later. You know, I'm going to go. And this time, when I went to rehab, I went to Episcopal to the mental part. And then they put me in the rehab. But this time, I might go to the net and have them do it. And have them put me in the rehab.
Okay. All right, so now let me ask you this. A message, give me a message for somebody your age that might be out in the streets. Mm-hmm. What's the best thing for them to do?
I would say the best thing for them to do is go get help while they can, because people are dying out here. And I got proof, my little sister. She's my best friend. Like the other day, I was just crying all day long because, you know, it's still hitting me that my sister is gone for good.
Oh,
and she was my best friend. Somebody just treated her like a piece of trash and robbed her when she was dead. And that's the part that eating me inside, you know?
You say your little sister?
And she's 40.
Oh.
And she was 40 when she died. She would have had a birthday August. And she would have been 41. I'm 2 years older than her. She's gone for good, and I wish she would just stay in Florida. She would have stayed in Florida. She's not from Philly. She lives in New Jersey, right? And she moved to Florida to go get help, you know, to a good rehab. And then I found out, you know, she came to Philly looking for me, but then she went to my mom's house, because every time she come to Philly, she wanna hang out with me. But I feel like I let her down.
All right, well, you got this the thing. This is how I see it. Because you're definitely a good person, and you tried. Some people don't even try.
You know, I say going in and out of rehab.
Okay, so but that's trying, but you gotta try and
the last place I went to was Norristown, because I went to the hospital at Temple, and they told me that whatever drug I used, I blacked out because I kept hitting my head in the concrete, trying to hurt myself, and then 2 men was holding me down until the ambulance came.
Wow.
So I didn't know I was hurting myself, and then in the process I broke my toe. That's how come my foot swollen.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, you gotta leave them drugs alone.
Yeah, but she said I had PCP in my system, so I'm like, what's the
PCP?
Excuse my language, but yeah, because I don't do PCP. But it might have been in the dope, that's why I blacked out.
Yeah, listen, they don't even know what they put in the stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
So how can, if they don't know, you definitely not gonna know.
Right.
So you just want to leave that stuff alone, babe. Hopefully.
But I don't know why I did doping up, because I know how the dope sickness is like painful, and because when I was out here dope sick, I threw up all over the place. I shitted myself. Stomach cramp. Oh my God, that's the worst. The stomach cramp. Once that comes, it's over, and then you start throwing up. And I don't have nothing in my stomach, so I'm throwing out bile, whatever's in my stomach that's like liquid, like.
Right.
There's no food coming up. It's just liquid.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was down, and I also been down Kensington, but lately I have not been down there. But people tell me to stay away from Kensington because a lot of bad stuff happens to females.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories about females getting in the cars and getting killed.
This is the thing. The same, if you're doing what you're doing, the same thing that's down Kensington is up here. It's no different for you.
Right. And then I seen some girl on the ground, right? She was right there in Kensington or something. You know where the 54 bus is? But she was right there by the 24-hour store. On the ground, she shit herself, peed herself, throwing up constantly. Like she was just laying down, throwing up. But I was going to at least try to get a bag of dope to split with her. But somebody robbed me. Somebody took my money. And that's why I'm not down there, because I'm tired of people, like when I'm not in and stuff. So whatever dope down there, I don't want to deal with that. So now it's real heavy, and somebody went in my pants, right, and took my cigarette pack and my money out. And I'm like, what the f*** happened? I'm thinking I'm still having my money in there because I found my cigarette pack. They put everything back in there the same way. And they took my money out of there. It was only $7.50, but people would do anything just to get high.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, Miss Lopez, that's going to be it for the day. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hopefully everything.
You're welcome.
I'm going to be seeing you. I ride through here all the time.
But so people tell me, you know what people tell me? Right, they see me looking good, and they be like, girl, because I try to stay away from people in India, right? But for some reason, I went down there to the church, right? And then a guy came out. He was very nice. The guy, he said, come in, right? He saw me moving all crazy because I've been up for days and getting high. And he was like, why are you moving like that? I want to know. I said, I'm getting high, and I've been up for days. And he said, well, I got Narcan. I said, first of all, you don't give me Narcan because that could kill me. You only do Narcan because you're not. No, I said, you only do Narcan when somebody's out and they're not breathing. Because I know a lot. And then when I told him that.
If I ride through here and I see you out, do I need the Narcan?
If I'm not breathing, that's good.
So I'm going to try to wake you up. I always see you.
But the only way you can try to wake a person up when they OD is right here. Okay. I have a lot of knowledge. I'm very book smart. So I see everything that's going on around me, and I pick up things. And I told the guy, like, look, don't give me Narcan, because I don't need you killing me right now. But he said, I got something else that Mike can, but I didn't take it though. But whatever, something else we got, he probably got it to help calm me down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, well, hopefully you get everything together, and I'm going to see you again, and I'm going to always make sure you're good.
Yeah, thank you.
And peace to the next time.
Yep.